Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Just Parlays featuring Chris King. I'm your host, Scott Steehn, lead handicapper at winnersandwhiners.com. Chris, I can't believe I did it. If you notice the intro, I did it seamlessly where you didn't see us. It's like pulling the microwave handle right as it hits zero before the buzzer goes off. I've only nailed it twice in all the shows I've done. I know it means nothing to anyone else, but I am just so stoked to start the show that way. So, hey, it's good to be here, buddy. How you doing?
Not too bad. Like you said, it's a good way to start the show, even though most people don't notice it. But
right?
Maybe it's a harbinger for things to come.
If you go back and watch it, if you're watching this not in real time, you go back and watch it, you'll see that seamless. Usually, there's like a split second where you see us going or whatever right before we go to the actual intro. So, it's good to be here. Hey, Leo needs a super parlay today, Chris. Not just those usual jack around parlays you fucking throw up there, but this needs a good one. All right.
There's always good ones. You just have things where people don't do jack squat, like the Aces, won by 6 yesterday after being favored by 6.5 because they couldn't hit free throws.
Right.
That should be, that would go in the old man yells at clouds or, call the cops or, whatever that segment you do with Rachel is.
Well, just to be clear, every segment I do is old man yells at clouds. So it's usually got me about talking about something that happened in the 70s. Now they don't do it that way anymore. So, yeah, absolutely. Rise in the house. Rise says, what's good? He says, I'm ready to get some cycling wagers in. Yeah, guys, stay tuned. We've been promoting it for like a week. It's going to be my wife on the show in about an hour from now on me and Scott's show talking about the Tour de France. So, yeah, if you want to, if you're looking for a new sport, if there's some D-gens out there that are like, man, now there's just baseball and everything else to bet on, I got news for you.
If you haven't gotten into cockroach racing.
No, dude, it's cycling. It's a huge sport.
No, I'm just saying you're talking about other sports.
AJ says I need a plus 1100 parlay. I bet we can get close on it. 14.
I'd probably guess that's probably accurate.
Hey, I want to remind everybody, if you would be so kind, take a minute, smash that like button, give us a subscribe. We've got 2 different channels here. Make sure you subscribe to the Winners and Whiners YouTube channel where you see great content, pre-recorded videos, picks of the day, that kind of stuff. Me, Scott, Mason Foles. Have you seen Mason Foles? Good handicapper. Looks like he's 12. Smart kid. I'm not taking anything away from him, but he looks like he's 12. He really does. So, but a good handicapper. And of course, we want to give a special shout out to your wife's uncle. It is Sean. Help me with the last name.
Doyle,
like Popeye.
There you go.
It's Popeye's brother, Sean Doyle. He's become a
could be. You never know.
He's tuned into the show, and now he's a regular listener/viewer. Sean, it's great to have you here. We've been meaning to shout you out about 4 days now, and yours truly has forgot it every single day. So old man yells at clouds and forget shit. That should be the motto of my life. So Sean, good to have you. Hey, tell your friends. Tell all of other Chris's relatives that they should absolutely tune in. So AJ's
the good part is saying he's got multiple uncles. So
excellent.
It works out that way.
Favorite show with uncles across the country. Unknown entity in the house is Let's Cash. I'm all about it. AJ says Mason has the worst luck. Yeah,
that's because he looks like he's 12.
Oh man, yeah, but the girls just eat that shit up. Oh, he's so cute. Chris, how'd you do yesterday?
Well, the premium side wasn't bad. I mean, like I said, the worst part was the Aces not hitting free throws down the stretch. But
did you have the Dodgers on your team?
Yeah, and I had the Marlins on the other one. But I don't know what happened to Pablo Lopez yesterday. He did not look good.
Woo! No, not good.
You know who else didn't look good? Tristan McKenzie.
No, I'm so sorry to Tristan McKenzie and the entire McKenzie family that since I've noticed you have sucked. So I'm sorry. I will go back to ignoring and or fading you. So
Ryan said yesterday was a great betting day. Apparently, he must have bet on something that wasn't on TV or something.
I did okay. I had that Boston game. We talked about that. They changed the pitcher on me. People were in my comment section going, "There's no way you got Waka at plus 161." I'm like, dude, I had a ticket. I not only saw it, I bet it. I had a fucking physical ticket for $500.
Did you bet it with listed pitchers or whatever?
Yes, I did. Under that situation, I even said that on my video last night that I absolutely made sure that I bet it listed pitchers. So, and then sometime after I did my video and early in the morning, they changed it. Now it might have been changed in spots before that, but right before I did my video, about 12:30 Central, saw the line still, and it had gone up to 168, still at the same pitch, at least on Bet Online. So that's what I had up. That's what I had checked. So anyway, I got to tell you,
on the plus side, you get Waka today.
Yeah, well, and it also might have been a little bit of a gift because Toronto was able, the Red Sox were able to just scratch out 2 late runs. And even if Waka pitches great and the bullpen does their job, there's a pretty good chance that 2 runs ain't going to get it done.
This is true. Gaussman actually pitched well, which is something he hadn't done lately.
He did. Yeah, absolutely did. Rice says, Rice streams, so everything is available. All right, very good. Brian Gillahan in the house. Good day, Brian. What's up, buddy? All right, Chris. Anything else you want to talk about real quick? We want to talk about. We talked about subscribing to both channels. Max Wagers Network. Great content over there. That's where we do all the daily live shows. Sean Higgs at noon doing Midday Money. Alec Burns 1 o'clock. Morning Wood. Me and Chris right here 2 o'clock every day talking about parlays. Scott and I slide over to Studio B at 3 to help you guys head back to the window. 4 o'clock, of course, with Sean Miller talking about soccer from around the world. And 5 o'clock, wrapping it all up. Detroit Lenny, Nick, and Tim Earl giving you your game time decision. Chris, it's almost the end of the month. We talked about it at the end of last month. We didn't know if it was going to hang in there, but so far, so good. The good folks over at Caesars have given you a great opportunity to make that first bet really, really count. If you have an opportunity, if you're in a state where Caesars exists, unlike me and Chris, you can take advantage of it on the mobile app. It is a $1,500 risk-free bet. If you lose it, Caesars will make it good. Got to use the code VideoWinners15, VideoWinners15. That's the key. That unlocks the whole deal, Chris. And of course, we put that code in the description of today's video, along with the links to each and every state where it is available. You got to be 21 to play, except for New Hampshire and Wyoming, where you must be this tall to ride. That's it.
Right. And of course, like you said, our premiums are available as well down there. I think the links are in the show box.
Yep.
So that's always good.
Nice little run for myself. We've been 66.7% over the last 13 days and 3-0 the last 3 on my best bet, which is I always like to hit the best bet, Chris. I really do. That's a good deal. So if you want, Chris,
I hit my best bet yesterday. It was sadly the Texas Rangers over the Kansas City Royals.
Not sad at all, buddy. It's you got to do what you got to do. And
now, were you sad that Jackson Kowar is back up with the Major League club?
You know what? He's got great stuff. So no, he's gonna. Those guys are the future. So if we're going to have a future in the next 2 or 3 years, those guys are it. So they have to get some experience in a season that's already pretty much lost. They've got to be able to figure it out. We have to replace Cal Eldred as the pitching coach. It has to be done because you get guys that repeatedly suck at the major league level. They go down to Omaha. They put up great numbers. They come back to the major leagues, and then they suck again. So, yes.
Kowar did throw 3 1/3 scoreless innings yesterday. That's the good news. The bad news is his ERA dropped all the way down to 9.45.
Oh, I know. I know. He's struggled. He's got hammered. But these guys, we're going to have to find out what you have. Okay, you got to find out if these guys are going to be able to improve and get better, or if they're a lost cause. You've got to give them some innings. You just do. So.
How many more innings are they going to give Chris Bubich?
You look at that, and then every once in a while he jumps up and he has that. He shows you what he can be. It's very frustrating to watch the Royal staff right now, where you guys have to go out and get hammered 80% of the time, and then 20% of the time they look like a dominant major league pitcher. Like, why can't you do this all the time?
And now you've got Lynch on the IL with that blister.
Yeah.
So what you've got Greinke, Heasley, Keller, Singer, and Bubic.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, right?
Who's the odd man out when Lynch comes back?
Who's ever pitching shitty? You know, I mean,
okay, so there you go. The Royals will go to a 2-man rotation for the rest of the season.
I mean, it's probably going to be Bubic over Lynch would be my guess. They seem to prefer Lynch a little bit more. He looks to be a little more consistent. I think Bubic may have a higher ceiling. I don't know. He just wants to know who the
I wonder if they can make him a swing guy or something. You know, make him more of a leverage guy. He can't be worse than some of the guys you have in the bullpen anyway.
No, agreed. Brandon Kubas, what's up, Brandon? He likes the Red Sox and he likes the Mets as dogs today. Red Sox, of course, we talk about Walker going for them up against Stripling, who's actually pitched pretty well. There's another ex-Dodger. You know, you look around, there's a shit ton of ex-Dodgers around.
Ex-Dodger filling in or taking over the rotation spot for another ex-Dodger because Ryu is done for the year.
Yep, he's done. I don't hate that at all, Brandon. It was hard for me to it'd be hard for me to back Walker the day before and go, yeah, I don't like him against a shittier pitcher. I don't like 125 as much as 160, but I think you're catching a decent price there. As far as the Metropolitans go, where are we at here?
Valdez.
That's right. That's the one we talked about with Valdez. Yeah, I don't love that one as much. I don't know that. I just don't love the pitching matchup with Carrasco and Valdez. Only getting 105. For me, I've got to have a little bit more to be interested in that. So, Chris, what do you think about that one?
Takes more than 105 to get Scott Steehn up in the morning.
Well, I mean, Carrasco's given up 15 earned over his last 4 starts, covering 20 and a third. So,
and he went just 2 1/3 against Houston last week at Minute Maid Park. I think they said he left with an injury. I don't know what it was. Apparently, it wasn't anything serious if he's pitching today.
Yeah. Yeah, he still looks like his regular spot in the rotation. So, I like half of that, Brandon. I wish you the best of luck. Hope you get them both home. Chris, let's make some money today. You ready?
I'm going to be the opposite and say that I hope neither of those cash because I was going the other way on both of them.
Okay. So fuck off.
But hey,
Brandon.
that's in the interest of full disclosure, you know.
Sure.
I mean, I hope that it pans out for you, but you know, I went the other way on both of those.
I don't mind it when guys fade me because it makes me feel good when I lose. At least people that are fans are winning. I really do feel that way.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it. You know,
I'm rooting for me first, but if I do lose, I'm happy somebody was there. I feel much better than like yesterday. Everybody was on one of my premiums. I mean, they had the same pick that I did as a premium, which was the Toronto over 9.5, and of course it landed 9. As the Red Sox were just able to scrape together 2 runs. So I was feeling everybody's pain out there yesterday because one couple guys had one guy had a 4-teamer, another guy had a 5-teamer, missed the fucking parlay by a half a run. That's just brutality right there.
Yeah, that is rough.
And he likes the Padres nerf.
Yeah, it's Manea and Gallon.
I don't hate that. If you're getting
I like that one.
Price.
Of course, now that we said that, you know, they'll both hit homers in the first, and they'll be like, "Yeah, remember we said that was a good idea." Yeah, it didn't pan out that way. But I think it's good. It's a good option.
Dude, what are you doing? Are you trying to get? Is there somebody? You got somebody in a box?
The cat jumped off the printer and took one of my signs down with it.
Jesus Christ! All right, 125.
They can actually come out of here next week after they get go to the vet and get neutered and everything.
Yeah, we're going to get 2.
For the time being, they're just running around like spazzes.
Fair enough.
Because they're still a little they're only a couple months old. So
I think 125 is a good price, Brandon. I'm all about that. I might even.
Yeah, that is a good value.
I might even join you in that play for sure. I got the Astros. Mets don't hit lefties. Oh, that's true. That's true.
And AJ's also jumping out with.
Go get him, buddy.
That was fast.
Pasquantino plus 650. Let's go. Is he your cousin? Pasquantino's your cousin? Oh, that's cool. That's cool as shit. Good to see him up here. 18 home runs in the minors. I think he's got like
He'll probably get traded next week because the Royals don't know what to do with young talent.
62 RBIs in 65 games, some shit like that. He's been raking, dude.
Pretty good trend.
Fucking raking. So, all right, let's do it, man. Let's talk.
Who's left for them to call up? Who's the guy? The other first base prospect they have down there?
Well, they got Prado down there, but he's not.
Prado, that's it. Yeah,
Prado's not hitting worth a shit. Last time I saw, I don't check him every day, but he was down in the 220s or so. Really not hitting well. So we'll see.
I mean, I figure you're more in tune with the what Omaha's doing than I am. Because,
Sort of, but being a handicapper for a living, I don't spend just a ton of time on the local team. I just not as much as some like real serious Royals.
Well, I figure that they've probably got stuff about it, in the the local paper there, the Star.
Yeah, I don't just subscribe to the Star. They're pretty well firewalled, and they're expensive.
Prado's hitting 233.
Okay, he's on a run. He's on a roll.
11 homers, 39 RBIs.
Quick note: Star is more expensive than the New York Times subscription.
That's disturbing.
It's insane. It's fucking insane.
I see you got a lot of free swingers down there in Omaha too,
dude. Nobody walks on this team. No, nobody walks.
I mean, Pasquantino, at least he walked 37 times, struck out 36.
Oh,
but yeah, Brewer Hicklin is fanned 100 times in 62 games. What is he trying to take Joey Gallo's job?
Yeah. Steve Bono is my cousin. I know. Oh, Steve Bono, absolutely. He was another in a long line of San Francisco quarterbacks that come and play for the Chiefs. 100%. Bono.
Not to be confused with Sonny Bono.
Steve DeBerg. No. Watch out for that.
Steve DeBerg. Oh yeah. Now you're going back.
Okay.
Remember when DeBerg played in Tampa Bay?
Mm-hmm.
Wearing those ugly orange uniforms.
His brother did Don't Pay the Ferryman. Lady in Red.
Chris DeBerg.
There you go. All right. What do we got, bud?
All right. Well, we will start when the screen decides to load.
I got it.
Oh, there we go. Look, it's the Astros over the Mets. I've got to be.
We're going to take the FU Brandon Kubas parlay.
If I'm Tim Earl, or if I'm Steve Cohen, the owner of the Mets, I'm wondering when the hell am I going to get some pitching? Because let's face it, Scherzer is down on a rehab assignment. DeGrom still just started throwing off a mound and throwing batting practice. Tyler McGill's on the 60-day DL.
He's done.
So, is that what they're saying now?
Yep. Done for the year.
I hadn't heard that, but now you're down to, so you got Taijuan Walker, you got Carrasco, you got Trevor Williams, if you want to call him a starter. You got David Peterson, and you got Bassett.
Yeah.
You need some arms.
Well, I'm sure they're looking for arms.
But will they pony up the price for what it's going to take to get some of those guys? Because a guy like Frankie Montas is going to be commanding a high price from Billy Beane.
How about bad Brad Keller or Zach Greinke?
They want somebody that can actually win. And I mean, you said yourself that Greinke seems like he's, not only hit the wall, but then they had to scrape him off the road afterwards.
He got his first win last time out. He's a he's a 5 right now. He's a low 4, high 5. He's a guy that's going to go out and probably give you 5 or 6 innings, probably going to give up 3 or 4 runs. Not going to strike out a lot of guys, although he is striking out more guys than he was to start the season. It was laughably bad, his swing and miss rate to start the season. It's gotten a little bit better, but he's still he's not a strikeout guy. He's a finesse guy now.
So who you basically just described? Patrick Corbin.
Well, yeah, except he's not getting raked like Corbin. Few starters are getting raked like Patrick Corbin. So,
Bryce said Greinke tapped out.
Yeah, he's there, but yeah, he's a shell of his former self. Astros play good on the road, Chris. 9 over 500.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Valdez is a fine young pitcher. Kind of flies under the radar, I think, a lot of the time.
Yeah, he's got 11 straight quality starts. I noticed that when I was doing the research on this.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like Joe Musgrove almost.
Astros are kind of a weird team. You think of Astros as this massive hitting team with just enough pitching, but it's kind of been the opposite this year. The pitching has really kind of made them excel. They are, middle of the road when it comes to scoring runs, 18th overall, 14th on the road, like you said there. Mets can score, buddy. Mets can absolutely score, but and I was seeing if you had.
They struggled last week against Minute Maid Park, though, too, because when Carrasco pitched, they scored 3.
Mm-hmm.
They lost that 5-3. The other game, they lost 8-2.
I was seeing if
and that was with Urquidy pitching.
I was seeing if you had any stats there for lefties.
Let's see. Against lefties, the Mets hit 243, but their home run rate drops from 0.7 to 0.3.
There you go.
Okay. And they drop almost 2/3 of a run per game from 5.27 per 9 to 464.
Not ideal. I think
what you said about Houston's pitching stands out, though, too, because you're right. The Astros have a 3.22 ERA from their rotation. The bullpen is at 2.75, and teams hitting just 2.19 against the starters, 2.04 against relievers.
Yeah, that'll win you some games right there. I think this is going to be a low scoring close game. Is my take on this. Yeah, I'm not in love with Carrasco at the end of the day. That's my problem with this game. I'm probably going to lean Astros here, like you.
Yeah, that's my concern is that Carrasco, he's averaged almost a strikeout an inning. He's got 77 strikeouts and 77 in the third, but that ERA north of 4 doesn't inspire a ton of confidence.
It doesn't. All right, Astros there. What else you got, bud?
How about we talk about the Yankees in Oakland? Boy, was that a weird game yesterday, huh?
The 2 catcher interferences in the same inning. Yeah, that's fairly strange.
The A's finding yet another way to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, to quote late Buffalo coach Kay Stevenson.
That Yankees team, they don't quit. They don't know when they're beat. I can remember in their heyday playing. Their second heyday, not the 70s, but or the A-Rod Yankees. Kansas City go there, they'd come here. Royals would play them tight for 6-7 innings. They might even have a 1 or 2 run lead, and the Yankees would just like, well, fuck, here we come. It's just like watching a good quarterback in the fourth quarter. You can't stop them. You see it in slow motion. You see it happening, and it was not quite followed that formula yesterday, but yeah, another Yankees comeback. So there you go.
Look at Houston over the weekend when they no-hit him for 15, 16 straight innings and still lost Sunday.
Yeah. No hits for first 7 innings. Yeah, no worries. That's why it's a 9-inning game.
Yeah, here, hold my beer.
Yeah, and again, we talked about it yesterday. I was tempted by the A's, but you just can't get away from it. You got to play the Yankees, and you got to play the run line. They're cranking out the runs right now, and they're not giving up nothing. They've lost 9 home games out of 41 shots. You're playing better than 750 ball at home. Yeah, what are you going to do? Not bet against them.
And here's the thing too is in this matchup, I know, like I just said a minute ago, Montas is going to be looked at by somebody, and you look at those numbers and you're like, well, he's not very good. He's 3-7. But you look at the rest of those numbers and they're good. The fact is the A's don't score any friggin' runs when he's on the mound. I looked this up. If you go back to the start of May, he's made 10 starts. Okay. They scored 10 runs against Cleveland on June 11th when he pitched. In the other 9 starts, they've scored 10 runs.
Yeah, you're just not going to get many wins like that. You're just not.
Right. I'm looking here, against Tampa Bay, they put up nothing. Against Detroit, they put up nothing. They put up 1 against the Angels, then 3. Then it was 1 against Texas. Then it was 1 against Houston. Then it was 2 against Boston. That must have been like, cause for a parade for Montas. They scored 2 runs. Then they had the 10 spot, but then it was 1 against Kansas City. It was 1 against Seattle in his last start in that game where he went 8 innings and gave up 2 hits and left ahead 1-0 before they threw what we said were called back-to-back wild pitches. Like you said, one of them could have been a passed ball.
Right.
To
There's that one
lose.
too. Yep, absolutely. A's can't hit lefties. 5-16. Last 20 went against lefties. 1-9 against the East. And usually I kind of poo-poo the division stats, but the Yankees are the best in that division. So if you're 1-9 against like everyone in that division, and then you're playing the Yankees, I don't like your chances.
Good luck.
Yeah,
people are going to look and say, "Well, who the fuck is J.P. Sears?" And that's a legitimate thing. But he's got 2 wins in 3 appearances. He made 1 start, and if you're like, well, but so what? That's all he's done. Well, in the minors, he's pitched down in Scranton. He's made 10 appearances, 8 starts down there. He's only 1-1, but his ERA is 1.83. His WHIP is .737.
Yep.
He's walked 6 and fanned 50 in 39 1/3.
Yeah, he's a flamethrower, man.
I mean,
still walks some guys.
Well, I mean, he walked 6 in 39 1/3.
Yeah, it's not it's not awful. Strikeout to walk ratio just 2.33. That's again not ideal for somebody that strikes out as many batters as he does. But
I mean, like we said, it's a very small sample size in the majors. He's only pitched 7 innings.
Correct, extremely small sample size. Yeah, 2 reliefs, 1.
Down in the minors, his K to walk ratio in AAA is 8.33.
Well, guys swing a lot of pitches in AAA. They don't swing at in the minors, in the majors.
This is true.
They know how to fucking spit on a breaking ball in the major leagues, except for Sal Perez. He has no idea how to do it.
But yeah, I just can't have faith in an Oakland team that I think they're allergic to scoring runs.
Yankees run line. You want to play the Yankees for 8 innings against the A's for 9? They're going to reward you with an extra $1 at +115. I'm fine with that.
I mean, realistically, couldn't you play the A's for 9 innings against the Yankees for like 6 innings and probably still win?
Probably, yeah, probably. But I will. I'm happily laying the run line with the Yankees until further notice, under most circumstances. All right,
especially against the doormat like the A's.
This is my favorite part. Let's put some shit together. Let's sketch it out. Give them some playable.
You gotta break out the American Pickers reference again.
Bundling, just like Frank Fritz. I thought of his name, by the way.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, just came to me.
Speaking of guys named Frank, isn't it weird that in ZZ Top that the guy with no beard,
without a beard, is named Beard? Yeah.
Is
that what you're gonna say? Yeah.
Yep, Frank Beard.
Very true. Okay.
So yeah, let's
they're touring. I don't know who's playing bass for them. I'd like to see who's playing bass for ZZ Top, because I know they're touring.
Yeah, the weird thing was they were supposed to play here, like not even 10 minutes down the street. They're going to play at an amphitheater the day Dusty Hill died, and so
it's going to be tough to make it.
Yeah. So I don't think they've been back yet, and so I'll be interested to see if they do decide to come back, and they're like, "No, fuck that, we're not going to that town."
I was living in Minneapolis, and I bought tickets to see Zeppelin there in 1980. I bought tickets 2 hours before John Bonham died. You're welcome.
Great. So you're responsible for that too?
I do take the blame for that. Absolutely true. So,
you weren't around when Keith Moon died, were you? You didn't buy tickets to see them?
No, I never got to see him with it.
Where were you in 1969 when Brian Jones drowned in his pool?
Yeah, I was there. I was there pushing him back down with the fucking skimmer.
I knew it.
Yep. All right.
You probably were there giving Hendrix all the drugs too,
huh? I will not take responsibility for that. The 27 Club.
Oh, so you're not going to take credit for Jim Morrison either?
Nope, none of those. You think Jim Morrison's really dead?
My wife says that he isn't. My mother thinks he isn't.
Okay.
He'd be how old would he be now? 70 something.
Well, he was 27 and 69, so 42. He'd be 80.
Okay, so
if
he's alive, more power to him.
I don't think Jim Morrison would have made it to 80, even if he made it to 30. I think those extra 50 years would have got him. By the way, I stayed at the Holiday Inn in Flint, where Keith Moon drove his car into the pool. My brush with greatness.
See, if it was a Motel 6, at least they would have left the light on for me. He wouldn't have driven into the pool.
Yeah, I don't think it was a lighting problem. Just saying. All right, show me some parlays, buddy.
Yeah, see, Kevin just said you're a rock star killer.
If I can't be a famous rock star, nobody can. If Ground Zero's not going to make it, then fuck everybody else. That's right. I fronted a band called Ground Zero. Everybody, you don't even have to wonder how old that band is because you know by the name. Just like
Ryan said that you passed the white. Ryan said you pass out the white lighters to the stars.
Yes, that sounds exactly like me. Show me some fucking parlays, would you? There you go.
Yeah, well, we'll start with the Yankees.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, put them together.
I'm gonna back Ryan here. I'm gonna take the Phillies at home over the Braves. It's Zach Wheeler against Charlie Morton. I give Morton credit; he's pitched well. I'm surprised that he's managed to keep games under the total lately because he was over at 11 of his first 12.
Yep. Right about the time I started pointing that out and riding it, it stopped being a thing.
Yeah, I remember we talked about it on the show when they went to Wrigley the day that the Cubs snapped that 14-game win streak for Atlanta, and the game ended up 1-0.
Yep, exactly right. So,
but yeah, I like Wheeler here. I don't know what your take on that is, or if you had one at all. Because I wasn't sure if it was a game you had looked at or not.
No,
I shouldn't say looked at, but I mean in detail.
Morton has that. It's been kind of a weird season for Charlie. We talked about him really not pitching well early. He had a couple of good starts where it looked like he maybe turned around, and then he pitched shitty again, where he gave up 4 runs in 4 straight starts. And then he's been extremely good his last 2 starts, giving up just 2 earned over his last 14 innings, including just 6 hits, no walks. Uncle Charlie, Captain Curveball, is fucking snapping that breaking pitch off in the strike zone, and that's at least it's starting in the strike zone. So I'm I'm gonna pass on this one.
I look at Wheeler, and he's got 10 straight starts where he hasn't given up more than 3 earned runs.
Yep.
I know he took a loss his last time out against Texas, but he wasn't held by his defense. Big surprise. And he had gone 5-0 in his 6 previous starts before falling to the Rangers, including a win over the Braves at Truist Park on May 23rd.
Since they snapped their winning streak, the Braves have been pretty stunningly average, just going 5-5 over their last 10 games since then, while the Philadelphias have gone 6-4 and did a nice job there in San Diego, winning 3 out of 4 from a pretty fair Padres team, and they did it on the road, of course. So
yeah, what's the one game they friggin' lost? When Aaron Nola pitched.
Yep.
And he ruined my 6-team parlay by giving up an RBI single to his brother.
Oh fuck! They lose 1-0. What are you going to do?
I'm going to bitch about it.
It's hard to blame the pitcher when your team scores nothing. It could have been
true.
Me. It could have been me pitching on the other side or Aaron Nola. It wouldn't have fucking mattered. That game's a loser.
For a second, I thought you were going to say it could have been you or Reichel pitching.
Nope. So you like the Phillies? You like the Cards here over the Marlins?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not thrilled about the pitching matchup with Dakota Hudson, but Braxton Garrett has been bad in his limited action, and the Cardinals seem to like beating up on the Marlins. I mean, they beat up on Lopez yesterday, and they hit better against lefties than righties. They hit 248 against righties, 263 against left-handed pitching. They average almost 6 runs per 9 against lefties.
Every time I see B. Garrett on, I think it's Brad Garrett from Raymond. What are you doing?
Everybody loves Raymond.
Yeah.
I'm Robert Barone.
This is I like this Cardinals team. I can't get behind Dakota Hudson right now. I prefer to pass on this one. Thank you.
Well, you can't. That's not how the show works.
That's exactly
You're fired.
I can pass. So if you wanted to play these, if you want to play the Yankees and the Astros, 185, 115, still getting better than 2-1 on your money, 215 on 100. You wanted to execute that dismount. You want to stick the landing, getting plus 115, plus 145. That adds up to plus 560, 5.6 to 1. Play the run line on those two. I like the Yankees run line. I would probably, if I was going to play that, I'd probably mix and match. I'd take the Yankees run line and take the Astros on the money line. Just saying.
Rice said he played poker with Brad Garrett.
Really? Vegas or in Philly? Pennsylvania or somewhere else. Phillies 115, Cardinals 145. Put that together. 215 on $100. Better than 2-1 on your money. Did I say I said 215 on the last one? I think I read the last one wrong. It's 188 on the first two teamer. I said 215 on the first one. 188. The second one's 215. My bad. And then the payout's 560. Should have been 426 on the first one. So 188, 426, 215, 560 on the last two. So sorry there.
And Lex said he lost the Kansas City run line first five yesterday by half a run.
I can't. I feel for you, Lex. I like you. I can't generate a ton of sympathy for anybody that expects the Royals to do anything good and gets beat. They're just not a good baseball team right now.
I was surprised they got 4 off Perez in the first 2 innings.
Yeah. Started off and they got, how many did they get the other 7, Chris?
Well, I know. That's why I figured they would have gotten 4 against the bullpen as opposed to Perez.
Goose-a-roni, baby. The Kansas City treat. They got Goose-a-roni for the last 7 innings. That stellar Rangers bullpen, of course, known for just fucking shutting down opponents, did it to my beloved hometown Royals.
And Rice said it was the MGM Grand in Vegas.
Very good. Very good. I know Garrett's a bit of a poker player. I've seen him in like a couple of celebrity events and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen him on there too. It's gotta be kind of intimidating when somebody that tall sits down at the table and he towers over everybody else.
I've got a full house, Raymond. I can't be Brad Garrett.
Everybody loves Raymond.
That's not bad. 4-teamer? Got a 4-teamer?
Yeah. And look at that. It comes out a little better than 11-1.
You need 11-1. There it is, AJ's 11. You ask, we under promise and over deliver. You ask for 11-1, we give 11.4 to 1. Blue Jays over the Red Sox. The fade Brandon Kubas continues.
I just look at it like this. I know Waka has pitched well. I also know Waka has been very lucky. Because if you look at his FIP, it's 397. Yep. Yeah, his.
I fucking remember.
His other one is like 440, 443 or something like that. So,
FIP plus.
Yeah.
Or XFIP rather. Yeah.
Yeah, XFIP is 443.
Yep.
And I mean, he's not going deep in games, and Boston's going to can't rely on an undermanned bullpen right now either because Houck isn't there. I mean, so you're relying on secondary arms, and they had to use guys yesterday. And I know Stripling, people are like, well, like you said, he's an ex-Dodgers pitcher, and they like to get rid of guys that seem to have gone past the end of their usefulness. But you look at Stripling's last.
They're not necessarily bad. They've just kind of peaked for the Dodgers. They're not quite Dodger material anymore.
Yeah, last 4 starts, 5 scoreless innings against the Tigers, then 6 scoreless innings against the Tigers. Then he gave up 2 runs against the Yankees, and then 1 against the White Sox in 6 innings in his last start.
Okay.
Toronto's bats came to life last night.
What
were you going to say there?
I was going to say 2 to the Yankees, and 1 of the White Sox is more impressive than shutting.
Yeah, the back-to-back zeros against the Tigers. I get it.
But yeah,
I'm going to go back to the. Oh, go ahead.
I was just you were right. Toronto did actually break through for some runs last night as they put up 7. Couldn't put up 8. Fuck off, but they did put up 7. They won 7-2.
You can blame the Red Sox for only putting up 2 instead of 3.
Yeah, at the end of the day, obviously that is who I blame. But when you get a hot team, would it kill you to score 8 instead of 7? Come on, boys. Rangers over the Royals. Fuck it, I don't care. Why not?
Well, it's John Gray and Heasley, and as bad as as much as we like to pick on John Gray, and I
He's
said
been
this
good.
as I said that when I wrote it up, as much as we like to pick on John Gray, his last 3 starts, he's gone combined 18 and 2/3, allowed 3 earned runs on 12 hits. He's walked 4. He struck out 21. And he beat Zach Wheeler in his last start. Gave up 2 runs on 4 hits and 5 and 2/3 against the Phillies. We already talked about the Tigers not hitting, so we won't talk about his 7 shutout frames against them. But he fanned Tannehill. Oh, go ahead.
I just you can mention it. And he still got 6 strikeouts, no walks. That's kind of what I look at as well as how many hits they gave up. So he gives up 5 hits, no walks, in 7 innings to the Tigers. Yeah, I'm impressed. That's cool. Obviously, yeah.
And then he pitched well. He pitched well against the White Sox as well.
Yep.
I know he walked 3 there, but he fanned 10.
Bullpen shit the bed that game. As you see, they
of course.
He gave up 1 earned run in 6 innings, and they win it 8-6. Another white knuckle.
Yeah, he didn't even get a decision in that game.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: once every 4 days, the Royals are going to jump up and go, "Fuck, I didn't see the Royals winning," and then they do. But those other 3 times, you should be able to make hay and lay in 150. I mean, we talked about it last year. You get to a point with this team where if it's a certain number, 150, 160, if it's that or better, it's an auto bet. It's an auto bet. It's a mathematically advantageous play for the entire season to fade the Royals at that price. And so I don't even care about the pitching matchup. Heasley's been okay. John Gray's been a little better. The price is high. Fuck it. Royals are terrible. Okay. White Sox over the Angels. Yes.
Yeah, it's Johnny Cueto, who I imagine sooner or later might actually get some wins.
Mm-hmm.
And the Angels bringing back Chase Silseth, who's made 4 major league starts. He's 1-2, a 4.96 ERA, 1.469 WHIP, 7 walks, 11 strikeouts, giving up 4 homers and 16 1/3. And the thing that concerns me the most is he hasn't pitched in AAA. He made 7 starts with AA Rocket City in the Southern League. That's a big jump. Going from AA up to the major. We saw that with Adon.
Is Rocket City the Trash Pandas?
Is Rocket City what?
The Trash Pandas?
Yeah, the Trash Pandas. That's them.
That's what I thought. There's some great teams out there, by the way.
They play down in Madison, Alabama.
Hey, my wife got me yesterday, apropos of nothing. She know what I got? We got delivered. It's a Savannah Banana shirt.
Did you get one of those?
I did. It's cool as shit. It's like a lime green. It's so garish, and it's fucking perfect.
You gonna wear it on the show?
No, it doesn't have a collar on it. I'll probably wear it on like my dailies. I'm a little more laid back on my dailies for the for our shows. I like to look a little more decent. I might put like a Hawaiian shirt over it. I'll do the fat man with the Dockers kind of look with the with the Tommy Bahama open and the t-shirt underneath. I might rock it like that.
Yeah, I noticed you wear collars on the show. I just
yeah.
I'm not an investment banker at this point,
Oh, some of us got a little class, buddy. That's all right.
Yeah,
okay.
well, some of us had to wear a collar or a starched collar and everything,
Fuck off. I wore suits for 20 years. Fuck off. I'm done.
Hey, I don't want to hear your bullshit about how you worked for the casino.
Whatever. Okay. You like the White Sox plus money there? Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to go with the Tigers and Giants over 7. I think the Giants will probably have to do most of this themselves.
Yep.
I know your buddy Scooball's pitching.
He is. I like this play. I like this over 7. I think. What do you get off? What do you get off the Tigers? Give up 5+.
Yeah, I figure 5 or 6.
That's kind of what it's kind of the range I was in. And you've got help me
it's
out.
Rodon.
Rodon, that's
Rodon
right.
and Scooball, yeah.
He's been very good, and obviously Detroit can't score. Of course, that's why you're getting 7. So I think we get 5-6 out of San Francisco. I think that should get us over that total. So yeah, I'm okay with that. And if you wanted to play those 4 on the money line where appropriate, 11.4 to 1, 11.47 on 100. Run lines, you want to lay the White Sox at 170, Toronto plus 140, and the Rangers at plus 115. That will bring you back almost 27 to 1, 26.86 on a hundo.
And Lex said the Giants team total is 3.5. I'd be jumping all over that too.
I will be pounding that motherfucker myself.
That's like free money.
Well, I'm not. Again, I don't want to quite put the screaming yellow jinx on everything, but I do like that play. You're probably paying. You're paying some serious juice. You're getting that at 3.5 at 190 when they're 190. Man,
I'm just gonna take a look and see what BetMGM has.
I bet you're paying 150 there, 140 or 150 at 3.5. That's my.
Do you think it's probably jumped since earlier?
I can't believe
he got it at a good number.
I can't believe it's 7 with San Francisco at 190 and it's split at 3.5 each way.
BetMGM has over 3.5 at minus 135.
Okay, that's a bargain. That's a bargain.
Over 4.5 is plus 135.
I'd be tempted by that too, but yeah, either one of those. I think they get to 5 minimum.
Sadly, the Tigers over 2.5 is minus 115. And when you get to 3.5, it's plus 155.
Yeah. I think those are appropriate prices. Maybe a little low. Shot in the dark, and you're to blame. You give parlay.
I see Lex got it at minus 145 an hour ago, so it's actually gone down in favor of the of bettors, because like I said, at BetMGM it's minus 135 for the Giants.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It really is. Okay. Only one thing left to do, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride what Crystal said yesterday. They call it, apparently at her house, they call Alejandro Kirk Captain Kirk, which led you to talk about how you feel like the red shirt guy.
Yes, correct. I can't help from hitting doubles every day.
Yeah, Kirk's been on a roll in the month of June, and you're getting plus money on it. I mean,
yeah,
can't really argue with a guy that's hitting 311, 320, something like that.
I'm not going to argue with him anyway, Chris, because he's got a bat. So, yeah.
Well, that's good. That's a good rationale. Don't argue with a man with a bat.
Always a plan. Garrett Cooper.
Take that to heart, kids. Yeah, Garrett Cooper, he's another guy nobody's talking about.
Gary Cooper.
He's hitting 316 on the year.
Yep.
Had 3 hits yesterday.
Yep.
He's got 17 doubles on the year. I mean,
what could go wrong?
I can see him putting up. I can see him putting up a couple hits.
You see these two guys here, and this is the difference between name recognition. You get 70 cents difference in name because of name recognition. People go, Garrett Cooper. I don't know who the fuck that is. Oh, Kyle Schwarber, that guy used to play for the Cubs. Fuck yeah, minus 135.
And the Nationals and the Red Sox.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's if you were only going to play one of those two, I'd play the guy that's plus 135. Just saying.
I would agree with you. I mean, we know Schwarber can take care of that and go way over this with one swing of the bat, but. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would. And Brian Gillihan said he can't believe he missed the Giants team total over at 3.5. He's on it now.
Very good.
So there you go. Lex brought something up that was important.
Yeah. I've said that about my comment section on my daily videos, and I say it about these live video comment sections. If you just hang out, read the comments, you're going to pick up a lot of fucking good tips. Not even counting what we say, and obviously we're trying to put out the best information that we can, and have more winners than losers, but there's a lot of good handicappers out there that share just random thoughts, just like Lex did, that end up making fucking people money. So thanks, Lex.
Great.
Thanks everybody else that does it on a daily basis. I probably don't shout you out enough, probably don't give you enough props, but we notice and we appreciate it. You're some smart motherfuckers, so keep it up.
And Rye pointed out that Adley Rutschman from the Orioles has been cashing consistently of late. As far as the total base prop, I'm just going to see if I can find what he's at today.
Probably
just out
good
of curiosity.
Price.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, because the Orioles have been overlooked. I mean, we talked about them yesterday, taking them a plus money, and they completely trashed George Kirby.
It's a surprisingly good team, and people are really high on this. Seattle, I think, is still overvalued to this day, and people are living in preseason projections where they thought Seattle was going to be a fucking contender in the West, and they're not. They're awful. They're playing awful baseball right now. While you're doing, I
agree with you.
I'm gonna go through. You've got the Pirates over the Nationals because why? Well, the Nationals are the Kansas City Royals of the National League. So
it's also because Patrick Corbin's pitching.
The biggest concern for me when the Pirates are getting plus money is making sure I don't sprain an ankle running to the fucking window to get a bet down. That's the thing I worry about the most. Just face planting right there with my $50 bill in my hand, trying to get the Pirates at plus 110. So, I don't have anything to say about it. Washington is terrible. They have the worst, arguably one of the worst, 5 worst pitchers in the mound right now. One of the 5 worst starters, and you're getting plus money. Shut it down right there.
And Ryan Rutschman, they're only marking it. The only place I see him coming up now is at over 1 or 0.5 total bases at minus 155. So I mean, if you can find him at over 1.5, I'm sure that the number is going to be better.
Oh yeah. But Manaea over 5.5 at plus money.
Yep.
Okay.
He struck out 6 in 6 innings against Arizona over the weekend. He's had been on a roll pretty much as far as striking guys out, and we know Arizona's a free swinging team. I think they're 29th in the majors in strikeout rate.
Nice way to say it.
I try to be politically correct once in a while.
They're doing their part to get the games over quickly.
They're trying to create wind energy. That's renewable energy, and they do it on a consistent basis.
Robbie Ray, we talked. We didn't talk about him. I did this game earlier. He's pitched better lately, Chris. He looks like he's been down something. And what you look at with Robbie Ray is you got to look at his walks and his home runs. And when those numbers are down, he's going to have a really good chance for success. So,
no homers in his last 3 starts over 20 innings. He's given up just 10 hits, walked 4, struck out 20.
Yeah, that's the kind of numbers he was putting up last year when he won the Cy Young. So, yeah, I don't hate him striking out 7 or more here in this one. Cedric Mullins plus money over 1.5. Tell me about Cedric.
Well, I mean, Mullins, he's hit Ray pretty well in his career. I know we always talk about it's not a big sample size when you get down to it, but he's got good exit velo against him as well. And, Mullins has been hitting the ball fairly well over the last week. He's 9 for 26. He's got 18 doubles on the season. Could do worse at plus money.
All right, very solid. You've got Eric Hosmer going up against Zach Gallen to have 1.5 over 1.5 at plus 140.
Hosmer 5 for 12. He's 5 for 12 against Gallen in his career with 2 homers.
That's outstanding. He's, of course, Hosmer is a gap to gap guy. He's a guy that's going to slice some doubles into the gap, and does have a decent power to all fields. He's a guy that likes to pull the ball, but will occasionally go oppo, especially for home runs. So yeah, I don't hate that.
And that goes right back to what you were saying too about the difference between Cooper and Schwarber. You look at Hosmer, he's got worse odds than Cooper.
Right.
And I know some of that's pitching matchup, but still, I mean, Hosmer, he's a proven guy. He's been around a while. It's not like he's a slouch. He's got a 277 career average with 1,700 hits in his career.
Yeah,
so you're not dealing with Joe Blow, who just got called up.
I'd have to look at Hosmer's splits, but anecdotally, I want to say Eric Hosmer hits righties a lot better than he hits lefties.
Well, I'll take a look here real quick.
He is susceptible to that wipeout slider going across his body, going across the plate. He will swing.
You are correct. He hits 289 in his career against righties, 254 against lefties.
There you go. I might have even thought
it more. Yeah.
But, Goldschmidt over 1.5. Another guy he cooled off a little bit, but still playing really good baseball right now. And we're going to fade Charlie Morton on the strikeouts under 6.5. Chris?
Yeah, before his recent run here, Morton had only gone over this total once before his last couple starts.
Right. So basically, at this Braves game today, you just have to decide for yourself when you're making your own decision about what Charlie Morton do you think comes out and pitches. That's really the question before making any play, either on this prop or a side or a total in that game. You got to decide for yourself, what do you think Charlie Morton's going to do? You know, we've given you our thoughts, we've given you his recent stats, but at the end of the day, you're the one spending the money. You're the one, and to me, that's what that whole game that synthesizes down to that question.
Yeah. And back to your point about Goldschmidt, he's cooled off, but he still leads the league in average, on base percentage, slugging percentage, OPS plus, total bases, runs scored, and hits.
So he's a fucking hack, is what you're saying. The guy sucks.
Yeah, he fucking blows. You don't want anything to do with this guy. They should just the Cardinals should just put him on waivers. Nobody wants a guy that's hitting 347.
Doesn't make you wonder why a team with Arenado and Goldschmidt, and they arguably one of the top 5-10 catchers of all time, is doing a little better than they. Why are they not running away with the Central?
Pitching. I mean, you got Wainwright, and that's about it. Well, Nicholas, but I mean, Flaherty's back on the IL.
Yeah, he looks done.
By the way, Goldschmidt yesterday 4 for 4, homer, drove in 2, scored twice, had a double as well. So
very, very good. All right, guys, you want to put those 10 together? You're getting a pretty fair price there. 146 on $100. You want to throw a couple run lines in there with the Pirates, and I guess that's the only one, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, yep. Right.
So it makes a nice jump though for that one,
But 39, you're putting a fucking new car there. If you want to lay the run line,
a new car.
185, 496. Very good. Chris, final thoughts.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Like I said, and like Scott said, it's always good to have guys coming and pointing out stuff in the comments because with so many games, you can only pick out so many stats at once, and sometimes things get overlooked and fall through the cracks. So that's why when you guys come in and throw stuff out there, it gives 100%. More information out that we might not have had.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate that, and it makes everybody better.
I agree. That is our goal. Our goal is to separate sports books and bookies from as much money as possible, regardless of the means, as long as they are legal and fair. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for checking us out here on Tuesday. As always, we appreciate the likes, we appreciate the subscribes, and we appreciate all the great comments. Good luck on all of your plays today. If you get a chance, don't forget to stay tuned for Scott and I coming here right around the corner. But if you can't make that,
hear about the Tour de France.
Hear about the Tour de France. Absolutely right. But if you can't make that, make sure you come back and see us tomorrow. We'll be here 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. Chris and I, you know the deal. We're going to cover a lot of ground, baby. But you know what we're going to concentrate on?
Just parlays.
There you go. You guys take care. Have a great day.